And the live stream should be up. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is SLE Casper back on Star Wars Battlefront 2. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about something, a little bit different. Today's video isn't going to feature any gameplay. I wanted to go over a few things with you guys. I wanted to apologize for being away for so long and not uploading anything for about 2 weeks. I've been extremely busy with work, and life has just not given me a way to come back to this game like that yet. So I've got some free time tonight, and I'm making this little video here. This is more of like a channel update video, you could say. Yo, Sky Guy, Crunch, what's up? How you guys doing, man? But anyways, yeah, so this video is gonna be different, man. This is I don't really know how to say it, but I'm gonna be transitioning my channel from Destiny from Battlefront 2 to Destiny 2 in the coming week here. I'm gonna be uploading whatever I have left as far as footage goes from Battlefront. I'm gonna be uploading that, and after this is over, I'll be doing that and uploading and posting those videos that I have as far as content goes. And then once I run out of footage for Battlefront 2, I'm going to be mainly streaming and, posting videos for Destiny 2. My main goal is to, play Destiny 2 on a PvE end and a PvP end. I plan to return to the competitive scene in Destiny 2, where at one point in time in the game's launch, I played with one of the best teams in the world. I teamed with Yoy in Destiny 2 in 2017 at the game's launch and played with him and teamed with him for 4 months when he was ranked 23 in Trials out of 6 million players at the time. And I'm looking to get back into competitive for Destiny 2. And there's an upcoming sandbox update where guns are nerfed, buffed, abilities change, and all that. Coming December 7th is when I plan on returning to PvP. And I also plan on doing PvE content with Wage here. But the main topic today is to address where I'm at with Battlefront 2, where Wage is at with Battlefront 2, and kind of just to go from there. So I guess to kick off the discussion, I'll go ahead and say just in general, since it's known now that I'll be quitting Battlefront 2, this game has, I've gotten a lot of good memories from this game and a lot of bad ones. And I'm sure Wage has had the same, right, Wage?
A lot of bad ones.
Yeah, yeah. But,
go ahead.
Yeah. So, as far as the game integrity, well, you know what, man, the game integrity is, as far as Battlefront goes, there's so many core issues with the game. I understand that the game can't be flawless and can't be perfect, and things aren't going to be like they are in other AAA platform games. I get that. But, when a game is so unbalanced like Battlefront 2 is, with the amount of exploits and glitches, there's no true definition of balance, man. And the competitive scene in Battlefront 2 is just all the same. It's the same people every time. This community is dying. Like, this community, it has no life anymore, Like, when I can have a group chat of 100 people in it, you know what I mean? Like, and it's some of the most well-known people in there, and when I can make a group chat and have my own group chat with that many people in it, like, it literally tells you that not that many people are in the competitive scene anymore. The community is dying, and, as far as channel growth goes, man, like, I have been... Like, I was slaving for subs, and, I mean slaving, dude. Like, I was putting out videos. I mean, I wasn't uploading every day. I mean, I don't have the time for that, but I was putting out 3-hour live streams, like, every week, dude, and, there's no room for growth as far as a channel goes on this game, dude. Like, yeah, you can have, like, a casual, fun perspective, and, I do that, too. I don't mind doing that, but I'm more of a competitive guy. I like going in there and playing to win. I like sweating. I like going in there and doing that. I want to see who's better than who and all that stuff, man. But there's no room for growth anymore. And anybody who's... And, anybody who, I'll leave it like this. All these guys out there who are creating channels and have channels are looking to me to get recognition, okay? And if they can't turn to wage, their second option is me, and that's where they turn to. And a lot of these guys that are building their channels want to come to me, at least on Xbox, and try to get some notoriety off of me. And, I guess going back, and we will address that topic I just said about others doing that stuff with their channels. We'll address that in a second. But what I want to get back to, is the game integrity. So the game itself is very unbalanced. There's no true definition of balance. In my personal opinion, even though I claim to be a rank 1 Han, if I really had to analyze it and say everything 110%, if this game didn't have the issues that it had, this is hard to say, bro. What I'm trying to say is that there are so many issues with the game that in my personal opinion, there is no way for someone to, be the so-called best when the game doesn't function as intended all the time. The game is just a bunch of exploits. Whoever can pull off the most exploits wins. That's pretty much what it is. And that goes for dueling, that goes for, it primarily goes for dueling, but it affects 2s and 4s as well. But yeah.
Well, it's worse than Alien vs. Predator back in 2010 with bugs, exploits, glitches, and all kinds of stuff like that. Like, literally, if you remember back then, it was literally just whoever could do more glitches and do them better. And that's literally what Battlefront 2 was turned into, is whoever can exploit the game and the characters the most basically wins. That's what it's turned into.
Exactly.
And, and they try to pass it off as skill. I'm like, dude, it's not skill. Like, for the longest time, I literally started my channel off exposing the bugs, the exploits, and the glitches. For one, you could go to just about any other game. Whenever they have, this is the difference between Battlefront 2 and another game that has glitches and exploits, right? So if you go to just about any other game, you'll notice that if there's a bug, like mostly the bug benefits you. Or something like that.
Right.
Whereas you jump on Battlefront 2, the bugs actually screw you.
Agreed.
You look at, Anakin is the king of examples.
Definitely, dude.
You could be there trying to activate your ability and get stuck in the animation,
it's bad, dude. It goes for every character, dude. Like, there's exploits with Grievous. There's so many different things that make this game unbelievably unfair. Like Boba Fett, dude, we can talk about this all day, but the main issues, okay, as far as the game integrity goes, is hitboxes for blasters. Hitboxes for blasters suck. Okay, now when I said earlier about AAA platforms and expecting game balance, okay, that's kind of what I was referencing as far as like balance goes for blasters. On Halo and Call of Duty, wherever you aim, you hit. Okay, same as Destiny 2, where I'm going to. But you get my point. On here, you have to lead your shot so far. You have to lead your shot so far in order to hit your shots. And sometimes you won't even get a hit marker. Sometimes you can be shooting them in the body, it'll count as a headshot. Sometimes you can shoot them in the face and have your aim on them, and it won't even do any damage. It'll just whiff the bullet and you get no damage on a headshot. It'll just, like your bullet just went through them or something. And the hitbox on Boba Fett in particular I wanted to address. Because whenever Boba Fett, in my personal opinion, despite him he's a really good team player, but he's also extremely unfair. One of the reasons why Boba Fett is extremely unfair is because whenever he's flying at maximum speed, he will be able to dodge a sharp shot. He'll be able to dodge the Deadeye from Finn. He'll be able to dodge the regular bullets from Han or Leia, because he's moving so fast that the game can't track the bullets that you're firing to hit him. So whenever he's moving at top speed, flying in the air, your bullets won't connect on them, no matter how good of a shot you are. I mean, you might get one or two that accidentally hit him when he's flying that far, but you can't, like, Boba Fett is the biggest issue as far as blaster integrity goes for the game. You, like, a good Boba Fett will absolutely destroy any decent match that you're trying to have. And
Boba Fett turns, not to cut you off, but Boba Fett turns a match completely one-sided. Like, if you're using all lightsabers and they bring in a Boba Fett who actually knows how to use them, dude, it completely turns a match completely unfair. For the simple fact is, all he has to do is get in locations where he can't be pulled, to where he can't be, locked onto, and he can still hit you from that distance, whereas a coordinated team will come in and distract you while he comes in and rocket barrages and blinds you and prevents your sabers from locking onto the characters properly, you name it. He completely changes the tide of a match entirely just by him being in the match alone based on his play style.
yeah.
Whereas with lightsabers versus a good Boba Fett, there ain't shit you can do to him. Like, maybe a bad Boba Fett who
Right,
literally
yeah.
just, who doesn't keep his distance, who's extremely cocky and arrogant, maybe you could juggle him to death. But as far as somebody who knows how to keep his distance and when exactly to go in for the rocket barrage, what I mean is four-man comms, when they're communicating and telling each other, hey, I've got him distracted, come in, do this, do that, boom, rocket barrage, insta-kill, dead.
Yep. Yep.
Like, there is a difference in that.
Exactly.
Compared to going against a group of randoms who don't know each other, who are not coordinating. When you're versing them, it does not seem like, Boba Fett would be too strong. It wouldn't seem like he'd be too powerful in the hands of, let's say, a casual player compared to a coordinated competitive team. So, and then on top of that, don't even get me started on the fucking Vader Bosk Iden Versio combo.
Oh my god.
Don't even get me started on that shit.
Man, as far as I agree with you, Wage. A good Boba Fett will absolutely destroy the match. And as far as game integrity goes, the biggest contributors to the game's unbalance, as far as regular and any matches go, like if no restrictions are set, even if no restrictions are set, or even if some restrictions are set, there's still going to be game integrity issues as far as like anything goes. I mean, we could try and make the game as balanced as possible by limiting star cards and all that. I mean, we can try, but ultimately there is no definition of balance. Like, for instance, okay, there's Darth Vader. Okay, he has so much to work with, and he has a lot of damage resistance, even without cards, and he is literally at the top, the pinnacle, probably, I'd say, the best duelist right now currently, just off of survivability and things that you can do with him, man. He's number one. He has the capability to down anybody and everybody, and then the number one blaster that challenges the game integrity is going to be Boba Fett. It's just, I can't deal with it anymore. I feel like now we're going to probably get transition into talking about the community, but as far as game integrity goes, the biggest things are Vader is messing it up, Boba is messing it up, due to the fact that due to the fact that his hitbox you can't hit, okay, if it's a good Boba, you're not going to hit the hitbox, and then on top of that, he's going to be hitting you with concussions every time. Okay, and when you're in 4s and in 2s, you're just not going to win that round. That's too strong of a combo that you cannot beat. And no matter how good you are on light side. And then, what is it? So as far as dueling goes, dueling in this game is fun. It's great. But as far as having an actual... the game doesn't function as intended, so abilities connect and abilities don't connect. There's parries that connect, parries that don't connect. There's hook swings that connect, parries that don't connect. All that stuff
based
happens.
on ping.
Yeah, based on ping. So we'll take the ping advantage, for instance. So you know how there's ping, right? So everybody that, does ones or fours or, whatever, they're aware of their ping. Mine, for instance, is 45 on the Virginia server. Okay, you take somebody who's on a 20 ping on the same server, and you divide my ping by theirs, they have double advantage on me. That means that for every button press they push, it connects 2 times faster than mine. That's basically what ping means, okay? So, there's huge advantage as far as that goes. And, I'm proud of what I've accomplished in this game. Me and Wage have accomplished a lot. This is going to be all over the place, kind of, but we're still sticking to the topics of the community, the game, integrity, and, other things that tie into it. But me and Wage have accomplished a lot, and, we're no pushovers, in other words. Going back before the target system changed, me and Wage still hold the world record for the most eliminations in one match in HVV at 651. And I was rank 10 duelist, or rank 8 duelist at some point in time on Battlefront 2, going back 8 months. And I feel like if anybody has a justified opinion to speak on this, it's me and Wage. If anybody's going to address this, people have to know, they have to hear it from somebody that knows what they're talking about as far as the game goes. To me, personally, the game is a broken mess. It's been broken and failed since launch, and it's never been fixed, and it's just gotten worse. Grievous has hit-through block thrust surges, 4-hit frenzies with Kylo, blocking in midair, hook swinging from the front,
blocking,
hitting through block abilities. Dude, I mean, nobody, and that's just to touch the surface, man.
And I found, let me add on that. I also found out that, when some people block while they're on the ground, it actually is a exploit that you can do if you time it just right. And, I think it has to do with when the landing animation occurs or something like that. If you time it just right, you can literally block while being on the floor. So that's another exploit.
Yeah, and then the frame trapping, getting in a stun, not being able to evade it.
Basically hit somebody, immediately followed up by another person's freeze or something along those lines, and they get stuck in the animation and get the life beat out of them. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, they're forced to die, pretty much. There's plenty of issues. There's issues with everybody. There's issues with characters and stuff, like,
with everything.
There's issues with everything. Absolutely everything.
The game is literally broken. Me personally, I'm tired of games that announce a roadmap. I mean, from what I've seen, every game that announces a roadmap is literally an unfinished product.
Yeah.
You look at what happened with this game. All right, roadmap, month after month, bug fix after bug fix, only to break something else, to break something else, to fix something else for something they already fixed to break again. You name it, And then you compare that to Cyberpunk, another game that created what? A roadmap. And guess what?
And that game
had broken.
Yeah. That game had great potential.
Look at Battlefield 2042, right? Another game that's fixing to announce a roadmap.
Yep.
And yeah, really, dude. Like, there's all these, and I noticed. The thing is, it's a trend. I've noticed it's only been happening with multiplayer games, not single player. Cyberpunk is the only exception.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, you hardly see any single player games with roadmaps to fix something when it should have already been fixed at launch. Look at the new Halo. They're already creating a roadmap. It released without a co-op campaign, and it released without a Forge mode. So what's that telling me already? It's an unfinished product. They said they'll add it later. And once again, it's a multiplayer game. And all multiplayer games are starting to get away with this, and it's starting to turn into a trend or just common knowledge for multiplayer games. That is,
it's sad, dude.
I'm telling you now, if multiplayer games keep this up, multiplayer is eventually going to die, and I guarantee you, I promise you, single player is going to make a comeback.
Agreed, definitely. With all the unfinished products coming out, at this point it's like, okay, well, not to stray off topic too far, but going into that whole entire thing, game developers nowadays, they realize they don't have to make a finished product to sell it. And that's what they're doing, man. They're releasing something and then they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, it's playable for now. You can actually hop on and play it, but there's going to be issues with it, but we'll fix it along the way." And yeah, we'll just add content and stuff that was supposed to be there, but we'll come back to it, later on and put it back in. And, by the way, there's, nonstop microtransactions. But anyways, man, like the point is that Battlefront 2 is like the most broken game out of all of them. Like literally the most broken, the most toxic community. And I feel like now's the time to move into the toxicity aspect and talk about people. I don't know if we should name drop or not. I'll leave that one up to you. I personally don't care.
Will you mind if I ask you one quick question before we get into the community topic?
Sure.
I want to know your personal opinion about how it feels as a blaster main, to go from being a blaster main in Battlefront 2 to playing Destiny 2, where your bullets actually go where you aim them.
Oh my god, dude. To be able to hop on a game like Destiny 2, for instance, and I've had a great long history of playing Destiny. I played competitive since the launch of Destiny 1 in 2013, and Wade was there for that too. Like we used to play trials all the time, man. And, just to be able to go on a game and have my bullets go where I aim it is a very rewarding feeling, and I shouldn't have to worry about hopping on a game to where that doesn't happen.
Right, to aim 20 foot in front of somebody for your shot to slowly travel across the map to get to them.
Exactly, dude.
So, for one, I get what they were trying to do. Because you watch a Star Wars movie, you see standard troops who can't shoot somebody walking a straight corridor. But
right.
I mean, that's what they were trying to implement, I think. But whenever it comes to the game, you got to think about it. It's supposed to be a fucking laser or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's it's just stupid to me, because literally a laser has no density. It has no mass. It's literally
right, a straight shot. It
weightless,
should connect.
Weightless.
Yeah, it's not even a bullet technically. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, whenever I went to Halo, whenever I went to Destiny 2, and I'm playing where my shots are going where I aim, dude, like, I noticed that Battlefront 2 was actually making me worse in actual skill-based games.
Yeah.
In actual skill-based games, Battlefront 2 makes you bad at them.
Yeah, because you don't.
For the simple fact is, let's just face facts. Battlefront 2 is basically just a button smasher.
Agreed.
That's literally all it is. RT spam, or a timed RT spam.
Agreed.
But still, I'll put it like this: there is a very small skill factor whenever it comes to Battlefront 2. Not saying that it's non-existent, but it is so minuscule in compared to actual games that are MLG supported, HLG supported, you name it. Battlefront 2 literally does not take that much skill, to be honest with you. It's literally primarily just a button masher. You could go into a random match, right? And I even made a video on it, how to play Vader properly, and I was doing it as a joke. Check this out. I was doing it as a joke, and it actually went so well as I was doing it. People thought it was staged. And I don't blame them. I don't even blame them, because whenever I did it, I was doing it as a joke. I didn't expect it to actually work. I literally went in there and just pressed RT the whole time.
I remember that video.
And everybody came up to me and died. And I was like, I even had to stop and laugh, because I was surprised it was working. I was like, is the community this stupid? Are people really this dumb? Are they drooling? Like, what is going on with this community?
Yeah. To put a few things to perspective in there, as far as like skill goes on this game, yeah, like Wade said, that there is some involved. This game in comparison to MLG platforms, or former MLG platforms like Destiny, Halo, and COD. You know, there is strategy involved, but it's nothing like the MLG platforms. Okay, they require a lot of strategy and brainstorming about tactics and stuff. Now, if you're playing 4s in this game, or 2s in this game, or 1s in this game, sure, there's strategy involved in that. Sure, there's coordination that's required, but nothing like hopping on those games and doing it that way. That requires far greater intelligence to achieve than something on this game. And that's sad but true. You know, and, you know, like Wade is saying, you know, there's hardly a community left, man, to play. You know, you go in Hero Showdown, there's nobody there. You know, you find the same people. Whenever you can find the same people over and over again on a daily basis, that's when you know that the game is dead. When you could have a group chat of 100 people and have one of the people that knows almost everybody in there say, "Oh, that we have more than half the comp community in my group chat," you know, then that lets you know that, okay, this game's pretty much dead and it's just the same people over and over again. And to sit there and be in a group chat of 100 people, that can be so toxic too, you know, dealing with crap like that.
Well, not only
everybody going at it.
Yeah, well, not only that, as far as the game's life, what's left of it, it tells you that a game is dead whenever you can literally go into a match, run into somebody that knows somebody you don't like, and they can make all their randoms back out without the slot being filled within a split second later. But for minutes, the slot doesn't get filled long enough for them to pull their friends in and stream snipe you, or, you know, just long enough for them to get all their friends into your lobby, and then to back out, and then to find another lobby. Yep. And then they find you in that lobby and do the same thing again. That should not even be possible on a Star Wars title. Star Wars has one of the biggest fan bases in the world. Yep. So that kind of the Star Wars fan base has a bigger fan base, has a bigger population than football. Yeah. And you're telling me that this game is so bad, to the point with such a fan base of Star Wars, that this game is so dead in such a short amount of time that people can back out of your lobby so they can pull their other friends in to come and try to
stream snipe you. Nonstop. I mean, dude, I'll even say, you know, every live stream that I've done, at some point in time, there was somebody trying to stream snipe me every time, dude. And, you know, I mean, I understand that's going to happen, like, right? That's going to happen. But for it to repeatedly happen the entire live stream, and for that person to be joining off of my friends list or a friend, you know, it's crazy, dude. Because they were just stalking I mean, you know, it's going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, come on. You know, like, really, it's really not cool to stream snipe. We really don't appreciate it, you know? But, yeah. And for those of you who do it, I mean, you know who you are. But, do you want to get into the topic of the community?
Now let's get into the community.
This should be a good one. Do you want to go first? I'll let you go first.
Oh, boy. Where to begin? You know, all right. I'm going to say it like this. Whenever I very first started this game, I started strictly as a Star Wars fan. You know, I loved Star Wars, and I still do, but I had such a passion and love for this game, to the point that I was pointing out the bugs. I was making videos exposing the bugs, the glitches, and stuff that needed to be changed, giving my opinions, you name it, you know, how to play, dueling guides, all kinds of stuff, you know. But over time, it wasn't necessarily the bugs and the exploits that killed the game for me. I know, like, don't get me wrong, the issues with the game do wear you down over time.
Oh yeah, it certainly helped.
But honestly, most of the issues that I experienced that made me really start hating the game was the community.
Same.
Was the community itself. Because, you know, like for the longest time, I had debated about Palpatine not being overpowered. And people tried to tell me, "Oh, you just suck. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing, blah blah blah." You know, and I'm here like, dude, I am a Palpatine main, and I'm telling you, he sucks. Even when he was in his prime, we never had an issue destroying Palpatine, even in his prime.
Yup.
We're talking pre-nerf Palpatine. We bullied him. We was hoping that he would be on the team just for a free kill.
Exactly.
Even in his prime, dude. And for them to, you know, but that's going back into gameplay. Getting back to the community started wearing me down mentally. For the simple fact is that at every turn, they were over criticizing me.
Same.
It wasn't even criticizing. It
was harassment.
Just straight up.
It was harassment.
It was harassment.
Dude.
It was straight up bashing.
Every day.
You know,
multiple
like every
people.
Every day.
Stalkers, trash talkers, call outs.
Every day was insults, belittlement, ridicule, shaming. You name it. If you do good, then you're a no life. If you do bad, you suck. If you miss a parry, you're trash. You know, like if you make one mistake, like they could go and watch every other fucking YouTuber that played Battlefront 2, and he could be the worst player in the world.
Yup.
And they would glorify him.
Right.
But I was literally under the microscope, dude.
Same.
With a fine-tooth comb searching for my every flaw, looking for just if I made one mistake in a video, just one, people would they would chase me with a crucifix like I'm a vampire.
Right.
Like, dude,
right.
They were
meanwhile, they're trying to put the silver stake in my heart at the same time. But as far as the community goes, Ben, I'm with you on that, dude. I got on this game for fun. We turned it into something great, and we both got really good at it. And we joined the competitive scene, and it was nothing but toxicity, man. Like you were saying, every day, every hour there was somebody talking trash. Like me, for instance, I stood up for myself one day because I heard apparently somebody in that group chat that I mentioned earlier that had 100 people in it. Somebody in there, I guess, had said, "Oh, well, Casper's just, he's just basically a kiss up to everybody, and he ain't really worth or about anything." And I heard that, and I'm not going to say how I found out about that, but I did. And it may have been from somebody notable, I don't know. And the moment that I stood up for myself, they started causing problems in the group chat. Like, the moment that I started actually, like, I explained the reasons behind it, I was like, I'm bringing the community together. And I did. I brought together the entire community. Minus a few different teams, but I brought together like 90% of this competitive community and put it all in one group chat. And had one of the most notable people in there say that this is more than half of the competitive community on Xbox for Battlefront 2. And I got called a kiss up for it, for bringing everybody together. And not, there were things that people said I let go, and just to have peace on this game. And I got called a kiss up for it, and got called, like literally a trash can, all kinds of different stuff. And the moment that I stood up for myself for one time, people like to troll me on the #1 Han thing. I just kind of say, I kind of feel like I earned that, but at the same time, it's more of like a joke too, if it makes sense. So I don't really want to go into the details too much. Sure, go ahead.
I got a question for you. Whenever you brought this comp community together, right? How did those conversations go in the chats?
Oh man, those conversations were less than. Most of the time they were, I'd say half and half. Most of the time, if I wasn't in there being Daddy Casper babysitting these kids, they would constantly be fighting, man. Constantly be fighting. I had to defuse a situation like every day between somebody and somebody else. Like I had to constantly remind everybody, bro. everybody to stop messing around, stop trolling. Like, dude, I had I was like the father of this game, bro. Literally babysitting the entire community. And the moment that I get into it, I have 15 call outs for twos. Okay.
Right, exactly. You could try to be the one diffusing the situation. They'll get mad and call you out.
Right.
It's like, dude, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to diffuse the situation here. But
exactly.
But like literally, from whenever I joined that chat, all I saw every day was nonstop call outs and bullying.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't 100%, just that every second. There was people joking around here and there, but it was mostly just a bunch of toxic people, honestly, mostly.
Yeah, true. Sorry about that. My ringtone went off. Let's see, what were we talking about? So,
the community.
Yeah, so I guess as far as that goes, man, just in general, the community's toxic. There's no room for growth anymore for my channel or Wage's channel. It's only downhill if we keep on going down the same path. The people that have their own channels want to try to get credibility and viewers off of us and clip us and do whatever they can to try to get a name for themselves. And just them associating and being around us has already given them that notoriety. And, it's to the point now to where it's like they're trying to build a following, actually, off of us. People, I mean, I wouldn't say everybody knows them like they know us. Me and Wage are probably the biggest names on Xbox currently right now. And, people...
Other than Anarchy.
Right, yeah, other than Anarchy, yeah. That's how dead this game is. And, as far as the other people go that have their own channels, people in the competitive scene know them, but the vast majority don't. So they're trying to reach the vast majority that we have on our channels. They're trying to reach the vast majority. These guys only reach them, their friends, and anybody who watches Toxicity. They don't have an actual following like me and Wage do. They don't have an actual community base. It's just them, their friends, and they're toxic, okay?
Dude, I proved it.
And
if you mind if...
And they're trying... sorry, Wage. They're trying to get in there and try to get the viewers to go to them. They're trying to use us to get more popularity and go to them. And, when the call-outs start happening and stuff like that and all the toxicity, at the end of the day, me and Wage have had discussions about this. It isn't the fact that they want to play games against us. It's the fact that they want to play games against us to record it and use it against us so that they can have more popularity and get a bigger following off of us. There's no, we would play fun games, but certain individuals all the time would go ahead and clip us for fun. They clip us and... for what reason? It was a fun game. We weren't playing, for serious or anything, and they'd clip us, and just have a clip there. I couldn't even tell you how many times, people have done that. It's like, man.
Bro, I proved it whenever I told you to go to so-and-so people's channel and look at their videos. They're a part of the comp community. I'm not going to call names, but...
Yeah.
I told you to go to this person's channel. Right. they'd have videos uploaded versus other people in the comp community. You would see 90 views, 50 views, 100 views, and then the second that TDS Darth Wage name pops up, 2,500 views.
Right. My name pops up. There's a couple. There's like 1,500.
5,000.
Right.
No, yours actually hit 1.5 thousand.
Yeah, yeah.
So the point is, I told him to go to the next person's channel. Once again, 1,000 plus views, 2,000 plus views, and then I told him to go to this other person's channel, and then look at that, and then once again, what do you notice? It's back. It's him versus other people, 100 views, maybe 400 views, and then. And then you see Wage's name pop up, Casper's name pop up, 1 to 2,000 views.
And you know what's funny, dude?
Like,
bro.
And did I not ask you, is this not turning into a trend among these certain people?
It is a trend, dude, because before that they had nothing. Dude, what's so crazy is one of those guys that you named, I actually helped out and helped him get his channel started and kickstarted. I did a feature with him. I did a collaboration with him and did a 2v2 against him. And next thing you know, he's out there, the moment that all the favors are done, he goes and turns his back on me. And when I need help in the game, he can't offer me his services to fight. Or, in going beyond that, he wants to clip me. And clip you. And then he wants to call us out at the same time and forget nothing ever happened. Forget I ever helped him.
The very guy you are talking about had the nerve and audacity to clip a for fun, non-competitive
duel
1v1.
Yep.
Duel, yeah.
On me and Wage, 1v1.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually bragged about a non-competitive match to his friends and clipped it and tried to make it sound like it was an official 1v1. For one, to be honest with you, whenever I did that 1v1 duel, I have not did a 1v1 in 8 months. No, now that it's December, 9 months.
Yeah.
It's been 9 months since I officially dueled anyone.
Yeah.
So I had 9 months of rust and still got him to one hit.
Same.
And that was rusty with no practices.
Yeah. But anyways.
But yeah.
Anyways, and then going back, I mean, there's just the community's dead. That's all there is to it. The community is nothing but toxicity. I'm tired of it. Wage is tired of it. When you hop on and you get nonstop messages and nonstop YouTube comments and like, dude, it's too much, man. It's too much. So we're moving and transitioning to a different game, and that's pretty much where we're at. Was there anything else that you really wanted to say?
Well, we've already went over the bugs. We've already went over some of the exploits and glitches. We've went over the community. We've did comparisons to better games. We've got pretty much gave out our thoughts and opinions about most of everything. But to be honest with you, overall, what killed the game for me, I could somewhat don't get me wrong, I left a few times because of the bugs in the game. But what really destroyed my motivation to keep going was the community. It was the community primarily that started wearing me down to the point that I started becoming unmotivated to even make a video, because I knew if I did good, they were still going to run their mouth. If I did bad, they're really going to run their mouth.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where even if I went 35-0 or a 4v1, they would still criticize that in a negative way. Whenever I first started doing them, everybody thought it was unbelievable. But even those became common practice to the point that everybody started expecting that versus coordinated 4-man teams. I was like, dude, you see what it's like doing 4v1s versus just random people. Do you honestly think somebody is going to beat an entire 4-man coordinated sweat team
Not
on
a chance.
comms?
Not a
with
chance.
Palpatine?
Not a chance.
With Kylo? With a blaster?
Not even with Vader.
Like, you are not going to beat a good coordinated 4-man team in a 4v1 challenge. To be honest with you, whenever I created the 4v1 challenge, it was literally just to display not that you are the best. It was only to display that you're above average and to do something that nobody else on that no one else on YouTube was doing. Because whenever I looked it up, I typed in Battlefront 2 4v1 challenge or just HVV 4v1. So, or 1v4, however you want to say it. So I looked at, and I noticed that there was only 30-second clips, 20-second clips, 16-second clips, 1-minute clips, and I was like, wow, you got 35 kills in 1 minute, you're God. So I looked at it, and it was like, no, just a moment where this person killed everybody on the enemy team. And
Yeah,
you know what? It's funny,
dude.
because
I looked at that too.
and it's funny because nobody said anything negative towards them. But if I go in and slay an entire fucking match for 35 kills by myself, I get called trash for it.
Right.
They
Yeah,
could go,
same.
Anybody
Same.
else, anyone else in the whole community could go against level 1s, 5s, 10s, 15s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and nobody bats an eye. Nobody says a word. But if I do it, if I go in and do something like that, me by myself versus that, oh, nah, you're just bad, you're trash, get good. And you know what? It literally made me think about something. Whenever I kept on hearing the community, these sweats of the competitive community calling me trash and calling me garbage, I was like, so you're supposed to be some of the best people in the community, right? So, you know, as a competitive best player in the game, wouldn't you want to go against people that are actually good? Right? That should be the mentality of
I would
any
think so,
competitive player.
I would think
to go against, the mindset of a competitive player is to go against people that are actually good, right? You're calling this person trash. Then why are you trying to fight them if you're better than them?
Exactly.
If you're above them, you know? So why are you calling me trash, but you want to fight me so badly? You want to stalk me. You want to search for me day in, day out, from day to night.
It's not like that ties that
into the nighttime.
Dude, that ties back into the whole entire thing of the guys with the channels. That's what it ties back into. It ties back into that toxicity. It's not because they want. It's not because they want. Like, yeah, they'll say that you're trash and stuff like that, and you know, trash talk you, whatever. But you know, it's not when they say that they want games. It's not because they just want to play games because you're good. They want to play games because they can get something out of you. Same as me.
Yeah, recognition. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there was plenty of these sweats who talk about they got their own recognition. Nobody even knew who you were.
Exactly.
Like you're talking about, oh, the whole comp community knows me. Oh, 100 people? 100 plus? A little over 100? Like, dude, I'm sorry, but, okay, so maybe 100 plus people know you. That explains your sub count.
Right.
Like, bro, they literally went and got all their friends to sub to them. Like, bro,
oh my god,
that's a joke to me, bro.
Right.
Like, really, you literally went and told all your friends to go and sub to you, and you didn't actually earn anything on your own. You didn't contribute anything to the community. You didn't show the community how to do anything.
The only thing they contributed was toxicity, man. That's the only thing that they contributed.
You want to know why I became...
They didn't make videos about how to help the community, how to make the community better, and upload videos on like casual gameplays, to have fun and laugh, dude. No, these guys have no personality. They're toxic beyond belief. And they have nothing better to do except be toxic and be on here and do the same crap every day.
Yeah, dude. I actually contributed to the community. That's why I actually got the small sub count I did. Was for the simple fact is that I actually contributed to the community. I actually made guides and tutorials. Are they a bit out of date? Yeah. But actually, to be honest with you, those guides today still hold true to the base gameplay. If you're trying to play legit, those guides that I made back then still hold up to this day.
Yeah.
And honestly, like they've still got 10, 20,000 views, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
you helped the community.
You see, like
more than I did.
The difference between me and most of the other Battlefront YouTubers is for the simple fact is that I didn't have to get my recognition off of being toxic. I got my recognition off of helping the community, and showing them how to do things. And
you built your way.
Things.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you built
you
your way.
know,
We built our way, but they built their way off of us. They tried using somebody to get recognition. We built it ourselves.
yeah. There's actually somebody in your chat right now.
Yeah, I see. I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
you ain't worried about a no name.
right, yeah, exactly.
All right. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I think we've pretty much covered most of the topics, honestly.
Yeah, so I guess I don't know if you're done. I think I'd like to say one more thing. When I first got this game, I enjoyed playing it, and somewhere along the way, I became pretty well known, and I became a decent competitive player, and it was all fun until the community turned toxic 24/7, and that's what killed the game for me. The bugs and stuff did a number on it too, but for the most part, it was the community in the end that made me want to stop playing. So,
Same.
but yeah, as far as everything else, I think that just about does it for that. I'll be uploading whatever I have left for this game. I have a couple games left that I have to upload, and after that, I'm gonna be posting some D2 content. I'll be posting PvE content and comp content for Destiny 2. So look out for that. I'll be coming up with a custom intro. I'll be rebranding my channel, changing my gamer tag, and I'll make all that stuff public. But I'll be rebranding my channel, my YouTube channel, and all that stuff within the next week. I'll have all that stuff done. I plan on returning to comp on D2 December 7th. I might do an official live stream on my first game back into competitive. But as far as other content goes, for now, I'm going to be posting what I have left for Battlefront 2. I know there's a 2v2. I know there's possibly 1v1 somewhere in there versus a skilled opponent. And then I think there is also... What was the other video? Yeah, there was also one versus a trash talker that got silenced. So those are... those types of videos that you can expect to come out probably in the next week or so. But yeah, other than that, I believe that's all I had to really say. Unless Wage had anything else he wanted to add in. Like I was saying, I'll miss the game, but I won't miss the players. You know, EA says, "Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game." Boy, some of these guys, dude.
bro, I hate both. Honestly.
Yeah, I do
Don't
too.
hate the player, hate the game. I hate
and
both.
the developer.
Yeah, the developers definitely.
Yeah, so
they're the ones who literally made it possible.
Exactly.
For all this.
Yeah, they destroyed this game, straight up. But anyways, yeah, that'll be all for this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it, hit the sub bell if you haven't already. Look forward to the remaining videos I have, and then look forward to some Destiny 2 content. And that'll be, I think Wage will be a part of that too. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for now.
People move on. People move on from this game.
Right.
Go to an actual good game.
Exactly,
Honestly.
man.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too, man. We're ending the live stream. I hope you guys come with us. That'd be nice, but I understand and know a lot of you won't. But yeah, man. Look forward to new content. Try to move on from this game. If you're not happy with something, don't stick on it. And my channel will not tie me to this game anymore. Same as Wage, bro. I'm done with it. Officially. Not coming back. Not coming back.
Been done with it.
Officially done. I'll cut my losses, same as Wage.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
I will rebuild elsewhere.
Alright, guys. Have a good day, man.